He wasn't supposed to be here. Too small, too frail, not athletic enough. These were the labels slapped on a kid from Charlotte, North Carolina, whose only dream was to follow in his father's footsteps and play in the NBA. But this isn't a story about a dream deferred. This is the story of how that undersized kid became a basketball Terminator, systematically dismantling every doubt, every defense, and every definition of what was thought possible on a basketball court. This is the story of Wardle Stephen Curry too. From the very beginning, Steph's journey was an uphill battle. Despite being the son of NBA sharpshooter Del Curry, major college programs overlooked him. They saw a skinny guard who wouldn't survive the physicality of Division I basketball. But Virginia Tech, his father's alma mater, didn't even offer him a scholarship. It was a small school, Davidson College, that took a chance, and that's where the legend began. He wasn't just a player, he was a phenomenon. In 2008, he led the Davidson Wildcats on an electrifying Cinderella run to the Elite Eight, captivating the nation with his fearless shooting and dazzling handles. He wasn't just scoring, he was putting on a show, a preview of the revolution to come. Then came the 2009 NBA Draft. Doubts resurfaced. Pundits questioned his size, his defense, his ability to be a true point guard. Could his college magic translate to the pros? The Golden State Warriors, picking 7th, decided to find out. They bet on the kid from Davidson. But the early years were a struggle. Nagging ankle injuries threatened to derail his career before it ever truly began. Surgeries, rehab, and uncertainty became his reality. Many started to label him as injury-prone, a bust. But behind the scenes, a Terminator was being forged in the fires of adversity. He wasn't just healing, he was re-engineering his body, strengthening his core, and perfecting his craft with a relentless, almost maniacal, work ethic. The arrival of Coach Mark Jackson was a turning point. He instilled a new confidence, famously calling Curry and Klay Thompson the greatest shooting backcourt in history. Then came Steve Kerr, who unlocked the final piece of the puzzle. Kerr's motion offense was the perfect system for Curry's unique genius. It wasn't just about setting plays. It was about creating chaos, a beautiful, free-flowing symphony of movement and shooting. And Steph was its conductor. What happened next wasn't just a player hitting his prime. It was a paradigm shift for the entire sport of basketball. The 2014-15 season was the coronation. Curry won his first MVP award and led the Warriors to their first NBA championship in 40 years. He had reached the mountaintop, but the Terminator wasn't satisfied. The next season, he did the unthinkable. He became the first ever unanimous MVP in league history, shattered his own record for three-pointers in a season with an absurd 402, and led the Warriors to a record-breaking 73-9 regular season. He wasn't just playing basketball, he was breaking it. The three-point shot used to be a specialist's weapon. Curry turned it into a primary offensive force. He stretched defenses to their breaking point, pulling centers out of the paint and creating wide-open lanes for his teammates. The gravity of Steph Curry became a real, tangible concept in basketball strategy. He forced every team in the league to rethink how they played defense and even how they constructed their rosters. He inspired a generation of young players to pull up from the logo, to value skill over size, to believe that anything was possible with a ball and a hoop. The game literally looks different because of him. But the journey of a Terminator is never without its challenges. The heartbreaking loss in the 2016 finals after a 3-1 lead. The arrival of Kevin Durant, which brought to more championships, but also questions about whose team it was. Then, the fall, Klay Thompson's ACL tear, Kevin Durant's Achilles tear, and departure. And finally, a broken hand for Steph himself, sidelining him for nearly the entire 2019-20 season. The Warriors' dynasty was declared dead. The experts wrote them off. They said the run was over. They forgot who they were dealing with. What followed was perhaps the most defining chapter of his career. Written off, and with a young, unproven team around him, Curry put the Warriors on his back. He led the league in scoring in 2021, dragging his team to the play-in tournament with a Herculean effort. He was playing with a fire, a determination to prove the world wrong all over again. And then, the 2022 season, the culmination, the validation. Against all odds, he led the Golden State Warriors back to the NBA Finals. Facing a young, hungry, and athletic Boston Celtics team, Steph delivered his masterpiece. He exorcised the demons of finals past, dominating the series with his scoring, playmaking, and leadership. And when the final buzzer sounded, the emotion poured out for championships. The one piece of hardware that had eluded him, the Finals MVP trophy, was finally his. The skinny kid from Davidson, the injury-prone prospect, the system player, all those labels were finally, and forever, terminated. Steph Curry's story is more than just basketball. It's a testament to the power of belief, obsession, and relentless work. He didn't just change the game, he bent it to his will. He proved that you don't have to be the biggest, the strongest, or the most athletic to dominate. You have to be the smartest, the most skilled, and the hardest working. He is a revolutionary, an icon, a champion. He is the baby-faced assassin. He is the Human Torch. He is the ultimate basketball Terminator, and his mission is far from over. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this look into the career of a legend, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories from the world of sports. We'll see you in the next one.